Now, let me do this here. Mr. We're back on the record, and this is,
Okay.
hold on, just listen up. Do you have problems hearing what I'm saying?
No, I at first I couldn't hear everything that was said, but go ahead, I'm listening. I got my head to the monitor now.
Okay, hold on a minute. Now, first of all, I have a document here that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Now, on this document, it states that you're charged with the offense of resisting arrest, search, transportation. Do you
Yes,
understand
sir.
that? Okay. It has one box that your attorney has checked, and it says this is a Class A misdemeanor, and the range of punishment is confinement in jail for a term not to exceed 1 year, a fine not to exceed $4,000, or both such fine and confinement. That is just the range of punishment for a Class A misdemeanor. Do you understand that?
Oh, yes, sir. Okay, yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let's see. This paragraph doesn't apply to, okay. Also, now this is a plea bargain case. The court is not bound or limited by any punishment recommendation by the state. If the plea bargain does exist, the court must inform you in open court whether or not it will follow the plea bargain agreement before finding on your plea. Should the court reject your agreement, you are then entitled to withdraw your plea. So what that means is you understand that the court don't have to follow your plea bargain agreement. And if we don't follow your plea bargain agreement, you can take your plea back. Do you understand that?
Oh, yes, sir. I do understand that. Okay.
Now, this other, do you understand that if the court follows your plea bargain agreement and you want to appeal your case, you got to get the court's permission. Do you understand that?
Oh, yes, sir. Okay.
And you stated that you are a U.S. citizen. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, I am.
Now, this is not a deferred probation case. Now, the court has what is called judicial clemency. If you get in community supervision, I don't think the offer is community supervision. I think they're offering straight jail time. So we'll go on to the next one.
Okay.
And this paragraph is titled waivers. And it states that you understood what we just went over. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that your attorney stated that you were mentally competent. Do you understand that?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, is your plea freely and voluntarily given? Is anybody forcing you?
No, sir. It's given freely. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you want to have, you're waiving your right to have a jury trial. Is that correct? You understand?
That's right.
Have a right to have a jury trial, but you don't want to have a jury trial.
Right.
And because you're not having a jury trial, you will not be confronting your accusers. That is, you won't have any witnesses coming in the court that your attorney can ask questions to. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, now after being admonished as to the nature and the charges against you and all your rights and consequences, you're entering a plea of no contest. You hereby state that you read the charging instrument. In essence, you know what you've been charged with. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And it was by information. And the court has explained to you, and you committed each and every element alleged in that information.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are you asking the court to accept your plea and waiver of jury trial and enter judgment and proceed against you in accordance with the law?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Also, the other document that we have is a trial court certification, the defendant's right of appeal. And you understand that because this is a plea bargaining case, you don't have a right to appeal. Do you understand?
Right. Yes, sir. I understand it. Yes, sir.
And I have another document here. This document is a discovery certification. It certifies that your attorney have received the evidence in your case from the district attorney's office.
Okay. Yes,
And
sir.
do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Now, before you sign and initial each one of these documents that we've just went over, did your attorney went over these documents with you?
Yes, sir, he did.
Now, do you understand everything that he went over?
Yes, sir, I do.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibits 1 and 2. State, you like to offer State's Exhibits 1 and 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Adams, do you have any objections?
No, Judge, I don't have any objections.
Okay, no objections. State's Exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Adams, you've advised and counseled Mr. Parker. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No evidence that he's incompetent.
Okay. Mr. Parker.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Adams has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir. I'm very satisfied. Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir, he has.
Okay, Mr. Parker, I will, Mr. Parker, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and your waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
Your Honor, the agreement is for 15 days in Jefferson County Jail.
Mr. Parker,
Yes, sir.
the state is offering that you serve 15 days in the Jefferson County Jail.
Okay.
You will be given credit for any time that you are entitled to get by law. Mr. Parker,
Yes,
the
sir.
court cost in this case is $327. Mr. Parker, will you be able to pay the $327?
Yes, sir. In the near future. Yes, sir.
No, I'm saying right now, are you able to pay the $327?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay. Now, Mr. Parker, I have before me an affidavit of indigence. And this affidavit of indigence was signed by Magistrate Judge Collins. In this affidavit, he states that you met the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. That is, he found that you were indigent, you were without means to employ an attorney. So therefore, this court is going to make that same finding. And based off of that, the court cost of $327 will be waived pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. And what that simply means is, Mr. Parker, you will not be required to pay the court cost of $327. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Now, Mr. Parker, do you understand the state's offer
Yes, sir, I do.
and the findings that the court have made by waiving your court costs?
Yes, sir, I do. I appreciate it.
And do you think that, then do you accept the state's offer and the court's findings?
Yes, sir, I do.
And do you think that it's fair and it's just?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Okay, Mr. Parker, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Parker, this will conclude your case. You can follow the bailiff,
Okay.
and you have a blessed day.
You too, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Adams.
Okay.
All right, no problem.
Cammy Cheeks,
Chiefs.
court is in session. in cause number 331766. The case is style of State of Texas versus Cammy Cheeks. And Ms. Cheeks, is your full name Cammy Cheeks?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Cheeks, would you please raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Cheeks, do you, your other hand? Okay, Ms. Cheeks, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Cheeks, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Cheeks?
Good.
That's good, Ms. Cheeks. I have before me an information that was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. This information alleges that on or about December 18 of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of failure to identify a fugitive from justice. Ms.
Yes,
Cheeks,
sir.
in this information, it alleges that on or about December 18, 2021, while you're in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of failure to identify fugitive from justice. Ms. Cheeks, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Cheeks, how do you plead? Not guilty, guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Cheeks, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. This document is labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. On page 2 of this document, Ms. Cheeks, there are a set of initials, KC, that is on a line next to a box that's checked Nola Contendere, which means no contest. Ms. Cheeks, did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On the next page of the same document, Ms. Cheeks, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant. The signature is Cammy. Did you sign this document?
Yes, sir.
On the next document, which is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, there's also a signature on this document. It looks like it's Cammy Cheeks. Ms. Cheeks, did you also sign this document?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Cheeks, at the top of this same document, there is one box that's checked. The box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Ms. Cheeks,
Yes,
did
sir.
you sign this document?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Cheeks, before you signed and initialed these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. Adams, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer, also State's Exhibit Number 2. State, you like to offer State's Exhibits 1 and 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections, Mr. Adams?
Hey, Judge, I don't have any objections. I heard you.
Okay, no objections. State's Exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Adams, you advised and counseled Ms. Cheeks. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
There's no evidence that she's incompetent. I met with her last night.
State, not State, but Ms. Cheeks, your attorney, Mr. Adams, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Cheeks, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and your waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Your Honor, the agreement is for 30 days, time served, court costs to be taxed and retired.
Ms. Cheeks, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Cheeks, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you've already served 30 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you will be given credit for time served. The court cost in this case, Ms. Cheeks, is $327, but you will not have to pay the $327 because the time that you have spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court cost will be taxed and retired. Ms. Cheeks, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Cheeks, I will follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Cheeks, this will conclude your case. Please follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, you're free to go.
Okay.
And this is our last case. Mr. Adams, this is
Yes,
your
sir.
last- This is your last case. You're free to go. And
Right,
I
My
Yes,
other
one
case
more.
is a tr- What?
no,
what-
he
no,
doesn't
it's
have,
one more
he doesn't
case.
have a plea deal on Birdson.
Yeah,
I would
can
like,
tell you
I
right
would
now.
like to change, I would like to change
Hold
my
on, hold
plea
on, hold
deal.
on.